Hello, everybody. Jai Gurudev. How are you all doing today? Well, yesterday I left you off saying we are going to talk about, well, if you did not watch yesterday, we were going to talk about the conversation. So basically, Uddhava goes up to Krishna when it was almost the end of Krishna's mission in this world. Uddhava goes to Krishna and says, "Please, O Krishna, tell us what is the art of living." Now Krishna says, "No problem, I will tell you the conversation that took place between King Yadu and Saint Dattatreya." Now, Saint Dattatreya was a wandering saint who lived in the kingdom of Yadu, and this conversation happened between them. So, how does this happen? This is otherwise this whole, and this is all taken from Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 11 or canto 11, as they call it. I've not read the entire Bhagavatam, but I happened to hear the story, and it's so, touched my heart, and therefore I'm sharing it with you. Now, King Yadu goes up to Saint Dattatreya and says, "Please, O divine saint, I see that you're super blissful. You're always happy. How come? Please teach me the secret to this undying happiness and undying blissful state that you are in. Please teach me." So Saint Dattatreya says, "Of course, I'm happy to teach you, my dear king. I have been a wandering monk all along, and I have learned from 24 teachers. I have got 24 different teachers." And he says, "I've learned from the earth, I've learned from air, I've learned from water, I've learned from fire, I've learned from my own body. So I have learned from observing different things. One of them is a larva." Yes, the larva that is before a butterfly comes out, that larva. And that's the story I'm going to tell you right now. So what did Saint Dattatreya tell King Yadu about learning? Or what did Saint Dattatreya learn from a larva? That's what we're going to see today. All right, enough introduction, now into the story. Now the egg, the little egg, tiny egg, it hatches and out comes the larva. Nice little larva. It sticks its mouth out and says, "Ooh, I'm hungry. I need to eat." And so it goes and it starts eating all the green leaves, and it eats and it eats and it eats. It eats and sleeps, it eats and sleeps, it eats and sleeps, and it gets nice and round and fluffy. Cute little fellow. And he starts walking. Now he gets strength. He's a little bit bigger. So he starts walking. And he wants to see the world. He wants to explore the world. So he goes from tree to tree. As he is thirsty, he eats some juicy fruits. As he is hungry, he nibbles on leaves. When he's tired, he sleeps on the tree. So like this, life goes on. It's beautiful. He is moving from tree to tree. But one day, on one of the trees, he sees a fellow caterpillar, but this guy is hanging upside down. So our fat, little, cute, little, chubby little larva goes up to him and says, "My dear fellow caterpillar, are you in trouble? May I help you?" So this caterpillar that's hanging upside down says, "You know, you are born to be a butterfly." Now our caterpillar says, "What do you mean?" It says, "I'm doing this hanging upside down business because I need to become a butterfly, and I will become a butterfly. I need to do this in order to become a butterfly." Now, our larva is even more confused. He says, "What do you mean butterfly? What is a butterfly?" He says, "A butterfly is this beautiful thing you will become when you hang like this. It has beautiful, colorful wings. It flies from flower to flower, sucks only on the bestest of nectars. And when it does this, it spreads love, the message of love from one flower to the other, making more beautiful flowers and making the entire world colorful for people to enjoy. You are born to become a butterfly." So saying, this little caterpillar of ours, he draws a cocoon around himself and he just vanishes in. Our larva is very intrigued. He says, "Wow, what did he just say? And he disappeared also. Let me just wait here and observe. And while he was sitting patiently and observing, he keeps thinking, I am born to hear, I am born to become a butterfly which has beautiful wings. It only flies and sucks on nectar from flower to flower, spreading the message of love and making the world a more beautiful space. So let me see what happens. And he keeps meditating on these words, sitting there thinking, oh, I'm born to be a butterfly, one that has beautiful wings, moving from flower to flower, drinking nectar and spreading the message of love, and making this earth a more beautiful place to be. He says, and while doing this, while meditating on these words, he also hangs upside down, becomes a pupa, and ends up becoming a butterfly. Isn't that beautiful? From this story, what do we learn? We learn that our thoughts is what makes us what we become. Do we have a good control over our thoughts? As soon as we are born, this larva, what it does, it eats and it sleeps. It eats and sleeps. That's pretty much what we are all born with, right? Our basic vasanas. This is what Guruji also says all the time, isn't it? What you put your thought towards, that's what you become. Yeah? Meditate on this a little bit more and let's have a conversation about this. And if you are the kind, or if you have struggle, I wouldn't say kind, but if you have struggle holding your thought patterns, or if you get carried away, oh, the chocolate cake is so tempting, let me just go eat it. The minute the thought comes, you go do it, satisfying your senses basically, if that's what you've been doing, and you would like to learn how to manage your thoughts, your emotions, your mind basically, there's plenty of people teaching the program. So, of course, you can PM me and I will share with you. There are lots of, there are programs called the happiness programs that the Art of Living offers. And it teaches one basically that. The how-to in how to control your thoughts. And of course, and why do you want to control your thoughts? Therefore, you have a higher state of consciousness, right? I mean, you want to move. Whatever you put your attention to, that's what you become. So if your attention is to a higher, like the larva's attention was to become a butterfly and became one. So like that, if you also want to become something bigger, better version of what you are, finding your true potentials, go ahead, do it. And I will see you tomorrow. Thank you for listening, all of you that are listening to me. I see Rahul Gulati and Soumya watching. Hello, both of you. And I'm enjoying this. The whole, Guruji said, do something creative through this whole lockdown period. And I took it upon myself to say, I love reading stories and I love sharing them. So that would be my way of connecting or staying connected. And as a part of this, I'm getting to read so much more. So thank you, you guys, for listening. Do share with me what your thoughts are about the story and how you would apply it, how it applies to you, basically. Yeah. Stay safe, stay inspired. I will see you again tomorrow.